After careful consideration, Cabinet has agreed to maintain Wasco as a 100% state-owned entity for the foreseeable future and pursue recapitalization and reorganization of the company.
Prime Minister Stephenson King addressed Wasco employees on Friday morning. It was day 3 of protest action for the employees who began a go-slow on Tuesday, walked off the job on Wednesday, leading to a massive shutdown of the national water system. The workers had demanded a meeting with the Prime Minister or Communications Minister on a number of issues, including privatization of the water company. The Prime Minister says at an emergency cabinet meeting on Friday morning, the government agreed to implement the recommendations of a committee appointed to investigate Wasco with particular emphasis on the privatization issue. The 7 immediate recommendations include the payment of severance pay to employees dismissed from the former water company WASA in October 1999.
Outstanding severance pay up to 1999, we have taken the decision that will pay all outstanding severance pay up to 1999 because by virtue of the fact that the government has decided to keep Wasco as a 100% government-owned company, 1999 is indeed the cutoff date. We will pay off all severance pay and will pay it with interest compounded for the 10-year period at a rate we will agree upon between the unions and the government.
One of the many reasons given for the privatization of the water company by the then SLP government was to make it more solvent and profitable. The Prime Minister says capital will be injected into Wasco to ensure the government to own 100% of the company makes that happen. He says the Economic Affairs Ministry will do this in 2 approaches.
One is to approach the European Union under the 10th EDF and to see what amount of money, what funds are available to St. Lucia under the water sector and to use those funds to be injected into Wasco to improve the finances of Wasco. And the second one is to capitalize on the strong position that St. Lucia now holds with the establishment of the CARICOM Development Fund, which was established by CARICOM and for which St. Lucia is probably one of few countries who have met their commitments to the fund. To access that fund,
the Wasco employees are represented by the NWU and the CSA. Both unions declared satisfaction with the outcome of a process they attributed to dialogue.
That outcome proves that dialogue is important. Unless we had engaged in dialogue with the authorities, with Wasco, with the government, we would not have achieved this result.
I think we are, and we are hoping that the waters will get turned back on right away.
The Transport Minister also expressed satisfaction with the outcome. Guy Joseph says it is one that was not done in haste or over threat. He says it will ensure the company remains in the hands of St. Lucians for the foreseeable future.
While persons may think that we have been pressed into a corner to make a decision, this is not the case. It is one where we had to advance our planning and our decision making. But I believe that at the moment, it is the right decision that we have made, because it now gives me the opportunity and the liberty to speak freely on a lot of issues about this whole privatization process.
Wasco employees filed out of the CSA Center with relieved and smiling faces. The Prime Minister says they can expect to get their full severance package on December 11th. Carmi Joseph, HTS News, Channel 4.